our champion Joe Tavernese of Lynn, Massachusetts faces the challenge of former champion Jim Grigaitis of Brockton, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling. Hi everyone, welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, but I'm speaking for the whole crew when I say we're sure glad you joined us here at the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. And the whole crew and I hope that you all have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I also hope that you've been stopping by here on the way for the last few weeks, because Helen Salou here at the Natick Fairway has a wonderful display every single Christmas, and here's just a little sample of it. But there are over 100 of these things. They're all over the lanes, and I'm sure that people have been stopping by for a long time and have been enjoying it. Okay, let's get to today's business. As you know, it's going to be 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Now, each bowler takes home a permanent souvenir. These are provided by Din Brothers of Boston, Holyoke. They'll also take home some guaranteed prize money. $700 goes to the winner, $350 to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. Many other opportunities, as you know, and a $50 gift certificate from Rotman's Furniture in Worcester, and that goes to our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks. Okay, let's talk to today's bowler, shall we? Okay, Jimmy, since we saw you last and you had your about a month and a half that you spent with us here, huh? Mm-hmm. And something new happened in your life. In fact, while one of the programs was on the air, on tape, huh?
Right, my baby daughter was born. Yeah.
Oh, about that. Isn't that's wonderful. So, yeah. Obviously, you're hoping that you now have a son and a daughter to root for you, and that you'll be on a little longer. Is that what you're...
Well, they're here today, so I'm trying. Hopefully, I won't disappoint them. So.
Okay. And Joe, you keep rolling along, as we say. I see that you're doing well on the Candlepin Pro Tour.
Pro
right?
Tour, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm holding my own on there.
Yeah. And of course, as I look at you, wow, former all-event state champion. No, I won't even talk about it now. I'll tell the folks because it'll take too long here. Yeah. We'll get underway right after this. Leading us off today is former champion Jim Grigaitis. High single 194, high triple 466, and league average 124. Boy, for a moment it was going to be a sensational start with a strike, but he did leave the 10-pin. Jim at a 665 and winning his roll-off, and he's representing the fast lanes of Milford. So he's got the spare to begin. Jim made his first appearance on our program a year or so ago, and was on for 6 weeks. Bonus ball. That gets him 6, leaves him the 2, 4, 7, and over on the right, the 6 pin with wood kind of partially across the 6 and more like if it were the 6 and 5. Well, he got the 6 pin and also the 2 pin. Now 4 and 7, it's going to be a 9. And that brings up Joe Tavernese of Lynn, Massachusetts. High single 207, high triple 484, league average 122. His roll-off score was 694. He has a spare leave on the left-hand side with really no wood to help. The only pieces in the back, it's the 2, 4, 5, and 7. Got just the 5. 22nd appearance on our program for Joe. It's an 8. Seven just dropped, and so he's looking at the 8 and 10. There's a piece of wood in front of the 10. He's going to try to use that. He got both wood and ball to go left, but not far enough to pick up the 8. A 9. Our challenger, Jim Grigaitis of Brockton. He has a strike. There was a little delay. We had to wait to see the 7 drop after a piece of wood went up against it. Too full on the head pin, and so it turns out to be a spread eagle. He gets just 4, leaving the 2, 4, 7, the 3, 6, 10 with no wood to help. Oh, magnificent effort. He did not get the 2 pin, but he took out the right side, got the sidewall action, came over and got the 4 and 7. Now goes for the 2. Joe Tavernese in the most recent World Candlepin Bowling Congress event, which I alluded to at the beginning, came in. Wait a minute. Right now, let's concentrate on what's happening here. He has a 9-pin drop, and he has the 2 pin to pick up for a spare. He's all over it. Joe came in 6th in that, behind Craig Holbrook, Dan Gallant, Mickey Carley, Danny Weber, and Mark Smith. Oh, too bad. He got what appears to be 2. Yeah, he still now has 6 pins standing. He basically has the spread eagle now. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, calls time. But it was unnecessary because Joe took care of it by rolling a ball down into the gutter to take the 1 pin that was had to be removed before he could press the button. Okay, after 4 in the first and in the second, we always take a check on the scoreboard. And right now, it is Jim Grigaitis leading 54-36. Our challenger, Jim Grigaitis, on the line for the 5th box. Opening string. Just missed one more time, just missed a strike, leaving 1 pin. It's a 4-pin. Spare. Now to lane 3 here at the fairway. He got 6, but when it first hit, he missed a head pin and went through where the 3 and 9 would be. However, he's only left the 1, 2, and 6 and 10. Head pin wouldn't go. Even though he had wood 2 pieces come up, it's still rocking. It's a 10. Now Joe Tavernese. 1 mark with just a deuce on it for Joe so far. Okay, the kingpin is the only one standing, the 5. Oh, piece of wood. Well, it's gone by now. It went from right to left, but for a moment, now it's gone all the way into the gutter on the left. So he has a clean shot at the 5 for a spare. He's got it. Seven is the fill. It's a split. 4 and 7 and the 10, and 1 piece of wood rolling around. Joe is a former Massachusetts Bowling Association all-event state champion, also the state doubles mixed team champion also in the past. He was runner-up in our 1991 live show. He actually has appeared in 2 of our championship shows. Oh, what a great effort. What a beautiful effort. It didn't work, but he got the 1 piece of wood to come over and drop right in between the 4 and 7. And perhaps an inch or so either way on the angle, and he would have taken down both. Okay, here's Jim Grigaitis. All right, Jim is now looking at 10 pin and 2 pieces of wood just to the left, out where 1 and 3 would be. He has it. That was a good shot. When Jim came on for the first time and won his championship, he actually defeated Jack Sanick, who won our last championship show, as you know, this past August. Obviously, Jack had qualified with his 4, whatever it was, previous to that. But his reign as champion was stopped by this guy, Jim Grigaitis. Now looking at the, well, he only got 1 of the 3. He has the 5 and 6 now, with wood to the left of the 5. Nope, the 6 is still there. Now Joe Tavernese, our defending champion. Looking at 1, 3, 10, and just a question of where the wood is going to stop. Wood in the gutter to the right, 2 pieces between the 3 and the 10. He's got it. Seven is the fill. He's got 4, 5, and 7 with 2 pieces of wood in front of the 5 and parallel to the pit. Oh, what a shot! Oh, what a beautiful shot. He just ignored that wood, went down there and kicked that 4-pin over to get the 5 and took out the 7. Beautiful. Now, Jim Grigaitis. Jim has a 9-pin drop. The single pin is the 10, which he has picked off before. Let's see if he can do it again. He has it. Jim is, as we talked at the beginning, as you know, the father of 2, and he is married. Employed as a route service representative for Hill's Pet Nutrition. It's an 8-pin drop and a spare leave. 4 and 7 with a piece of wood that's partly in the gutter and partly across the 4 and 7. For it, he's got it. Spare again.
Hammer time. Come on, time.
Here's the bonus. It's a rocking pin that's not going to go down. So it is a 5-pin fill. Now Joe Tavernese. Joe has a spare leave made up of the 5 and 9. He's married, father of 2, manager of the Peabody Metro Bowl. By the way, Joe's son, Joe Jr., is the 1995 Massachusetts Bowling Association Major Boys All-Event State Champion. So it runs in the family. Oh, ho, ho. He made it. Five. Two pins standing. 2 and 4. They're gone. And it's a 10. So that's the first string of our match, and $50 in bonus money will go to Jim Grigaitis as he has won it 139 to 123. Middle string, our defending champion, leads it off. Here's Joe Tavernese of Lynn. That one drifted to the right. But he made the spare. Our crew today is Skip Peabody, Ken Sullivan, Jeff Sullivan, and Carl Vieira. Bill Rubin, of course, is our producer and director. Joe puts a strike on his spare. Al Giglio, as usual, is keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams on the big board. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. We've already mentioned Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee. Jim Grigaitis, half Worcester, left side, punching out 2 and 8. He now has the head pin, the 4, and the 7. Did not get anything more than that, so it is a 7 box. And he follows that with a strike. Joe Tavernese will be coming up now, hoping to put 3 marks together for some more bonus money. Got 3 together in the first. First ball nets him 6. Object pin becomes the 2. He had 2, 5, 7, and 8.
All right, get the sticks, get them out.
So the 2 and the 7 are still there. The fill is 8. Before I forget, next week and for the next few weeks, our show on Channel 5 in Boston will be on at 10:30. 10:30 for the next few weeks for our show in Boston, Channel 5. Joe Tavernese almost a strike, everything down except the 7 pin. All right, Jim Grigaitis coming up now. So Joe Tavernese, 3 marks in his first 4 boxes of the middle string. Jim Grigaitis has had 1. A strike in the second.
Come on now, get on the ball here.
That ball drifted off to the left. He has the 4 horsemen on the right side. He has the 2 pin and the 5 and the 9.
Come on! All right, Phil.
Good, a lot of action. But 2 and 5 still stand.
All right, now come on, start it up again.
It's a 9.
Come on, man, come on! There it is.
A slow motion strike. After 4 in the first and in the second, we are now, of course, in the second. We take a check on the scoreboard with 2 bonus balls to be rolled by Jim Grigaitis and 1 by our defending champion, Joe Tavernese. The score right now in pins down is 56-44 in favor of Tavernese. Joe Tavernese is filling on a spare, and he has closed the gap to 4 pins. Big 9 is the fill, and the single pin to pick up is the 4 pin. Yes, another one. So 4 marks in his first 5 boxes here in the middle string.
Go get it, Joe. Go get it now.
7, leaving 1, 2, 10. There's no wood to help. 1, 2, 10. Nope, 2 full on the head pin. To 9. The 2 and the 5 again. The only piece of wood is off slightly to the right of the 5. Jim missed it. Got just the 5. Did not touch the 2 pin. All over at that time. Nevertheless, even though he did not get both of them, it still amazes me, the skill of these guys. Two full, it's not quite a spread eagle because the 9 is still standing, but on the left you have the 2, 4, 7, on the right the 3, 6, 10, and the 9 in back. No wood to help. The 2 would not go. That's what the folks who were here rooting for him wanted. Two pins separating our bowlers here, just a wee bit past the halfway point in the match. And our defending champion, Joe Tavernese, is now looking at the 2, 7, and 8. There's wood slightly to the right, 2 pieces, and slightly behind the 2 pin. He used them. I would say probably that Joe Tavernese has seen just about every spare leave that's possible, so he knows how to play them. Oh, so close to a strike on it. Okay, Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee. There, maybe you can see a little bit of his Christmas sweater. Isn't that lovely? Snowflakes, red, green, black. Okay. Back to business, going for the 7 pin. Yes, he's got it. Now Jim Grigaitis, today's challenger, fires. He left 6 and 10. No wood. I had to wait to see whether the wood was going to be in play, but it rolled off. A spare. And 8 go down. The 2 pins standing are the 2 and 4. No wood. Oh, he missed it. Oh, that hurt. That hurt when you have a spare leave of a 2 and 4. Yes. Now Joe Tavernese.
Go now.
9th and 10th boxes. And remember, he's working on another mark, a spare. So 6 is the fill. No wood to help. He's looking at head pin 2, 4, and 9. Oh, what a great try. He got the 3 pins on the left and got a piece of wood to roll right across in front of that 9 pin. Boy, he's just amazing with picking up the singles. Small ball, skinny pin, 60 feet away. Strike! Strike in the 10th.
One more time now.
The 1 pin standing is still rocking.
Right there, go get it now.
It's the 8 pin. He's got it. Excellent middle string of a 156 for Joe Tavernese. Now Jim Grigaitis. Jim has a strike. 111 plus what he gets on the next 2. Yes, he has doubled. $1,000 riding on this next ball. Here we go. He takes aim and oh, everything down except the 7 pin. Wow. Ho, ho, ho. Man, I bet that tinkled his toes as it was going down there. Wow. Seven pin, you bet. All right. Great bowling by both. 156 to 150 in this middle string, with Joe Tavernese picking up the $50 for winning the string. And at the moment, there's 10 pins separating our bowlers. Grigaitis leads 289 to 279. Okay, third string getting underway. 10 pins separating our two bowlers, and this man leads. He's today's challenger. That was a thin hit on the left side. Just 3 pins down, he fires and got everything except the 4 pin. It's a 10. Had a letter I'll try to answer if I can. Gentleman from Holyoke. Mr. Thayer asks a question. Right now, Jim Grigaitis fires. So close to getting a strike. Everything down except the 9 pin. He has wood right in front of it. He has a spare. Mr. Thayer remarks that 10 pins seem to be nationwide. That's true. And Candlepin seems to be New England only. And he says that because he visited California and people had never heard of Candlepins. Then he has a question which I shall get to. But right now, let's concentrate on Joe Tavernese. And Joe almost gets himself a strike. He has the 2 pin to pick up. Oh, he got a break. He missed it, actually, but he hit a piece of wood which did a little spin and came back and hit it.
Make this count now. Make it count. Come on.
8 is the fill. The 3 and the 6 with 3 pieces of wood. Oh, amazing. Even with the wood, he was unable to pick up the 6. Got the 3, but not the 6. Mr. Thayer was wondering about duck pins because that's what he played years ago, and he hasn't heard of it around here where he is now. Said he set pins for all of the above games. How about that? Just 3 for Jim Grigaitis, and not quite a spread eagle because he still has the 9 pin standing. No wood. That takes care of the right side, but leaves the 9 pin. It's 10. Mr. Thayer talks about when he was young, he set pins, mostly duck pins, first setting them by eye, then by the spots, and then the old push-down machine where the little metal pins came up, and you set your pins which had holes in the bottom of them right on top of that. What? How do I know that? Because I used to bowl those. Oh, what a beautiful spare, a beautiful spare. One more thing, Mr. Thayer said he thought he was paid 5 cents a string for pin setting. And I think he's right, because I think we paid about 15 cents per string to bowl. And now for a 10, he'll be working on the 10. And I should say, to answer the question for Mr. Thayer, he missed it. He wants to know if duck pins are still around. You bet. You just go to Rhode Island and you'll find them all over the place in Rhode Island, and also in Fall River and in New Bedford, and some on Cape Cod, although there are candlepins and duck pins in those areas.
Run it down now. Run it down.
3, 6, 10. Nope, didn't get the 6. It's a 9. Jim Grigaitis has left the 1-7-10. And in talking about the candlepins, I should have mentioned, as he said, they're certainly prevalent in New England, and that is for sure, but not all over New England. However, if you want to find them somewhere else, you'll find them all over the maritime provinces of Canada. That's their only game, was candlepins, just the same as, I hesitate to say the only, but that's a predominant game, candlepin, just as it is around here. So, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and some parts of Vermont. That's why I say not all over New England. Thin hit. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Still has the 2, the 6, and the 10. It's an 8 box. Okay, Joe Tavernese had himself a 156 middle string and a 123 opening string. So far, he's had just an opening spare in this 3rd string after 4 boxes. That's it. All I had to do was open my mouth.
Mix him up. One more time now. One more time.
First bonus ball. He's got 2 strikes in a row. Any combination, as you know, of 3 marks in a row establishes a bonus of $50. And then each subsequent consecutive is worth a lob, and that cost him 8 pins. We'll see now whether he's able to recover with the 2 balls left. 1, of course, would be what he'd want, to get a spare with 1 ball. But let's wait. He came in on the head pin. Now 1 more to try to clean up 6 pins, with the object pin being the 2. 2, 4, 5, 7, 6, and 10. Ooh, that hurt, a 6 box. Especially since the guy who was bowling opposite you, the defending champion, has 2 consecutive strikes up on the board. Jim almost got a backdoor strike. He eventually had 3 pins, the 1, the 3, and the 6. Then the 6 tumbled into the 3. Excuse me, it was the 10 into the 6 into the 3. All right, Joe Tavernese can't wait. He just practically ran up there, waiting for the pins to be set. And he knows that this next ball he rolls is worth $1,000. Or more. Here it goes. It was a half Worcester on the right side. No, he got 1 more. He also got the 5 pin and the 10.
All right. Grab a stick.
5 and 6 still standing. That's the 5. So it's a 9 box.
Right here now. Mix it up. Come on, Joe.
He has a strike. So it went strike, strike, open with a 9, and strike again. We are down now to our final 2 for each bowler, with our champion in the lead. Jim Grigaitis, today's challenger, is looking at diamond left +7. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Nope. A 10. He had a 10-pin lead coming into this third string, as you know.
Come on, one time! Come on!
7-pin is the only one standing. Oh, he missed it, and that's a big miss as far as getting $100 extra for a 400.
Another double, Joe. Come on. Big finish, Joe. Big finish.
9. A 108. And he needed 11 pins. He needed a 111 is what I'm trying to say in order to hit 400. Now Joe Tavernese. First bonus ball nets him 7. He's now looking at the 1, 2, and 7 with wood in between the 2 and the 7. Yes, he's got it.
Mix him up one more time now.
So Joe will make his 400 and get an extra. A 9-pin drop.
Right at it now. Go get it. Right at it.
Got the 3-pin to pick up. Oh, no! A piece of wood acted as a roadblock. So the best he can do is a 146. Great opportunity there to get himself well into the 400s if he had been able to make that particular mark. However, 145 is not to be sneezed at, is it? And 424 isn't either. So another $50 obviously to Joe Tavernese for winning that third string. And the final score is Tavernese's second consecutive victory, this time 424 to 397. total, both bowlers combined, is a little higher than what we ordinarily, shall I say, get guesses for. I don't know if that was grammatically correct or not, but I think you know what I'm talking about. And we have just $100 to give away. And I know some of you people, of course, I know it's only a few of you, have charged your Christmas presents. And so what I'm trying to say, obviously, is I think somebody would very much appreciate even the $100, right? Okay, enough of that. When I draw the card, even if it's nowhere near the total of $821, that person will receive a $50 gift certificate from Christmas Tree Shops, and that might be nice. Now, 10 either side of 821, and that would win $100. Okay, let's dig down here somewhere and see what we have. And this one comes from Charlestown, New Hampshire. Ah, yes, Pudge Fisk's hometown. Mrs. Helen Macaulay. And her guess is $745. Okay, we do have $125. Could you use 125 bucks? All right. Joe Tavernese gets first try at it. Still there, Jim. Son of a gun, just one of those days. All right, guys, come on over here, if you would, please. Let me see what I have for you. You knew you were going to get one of these from Din Brothers.
Too soon, though, too soon.
But yes, much too soon, I'm sure. And not what you had in mind. Well, let's see if we can find out what we have for you. In addition to that, $350 plus $100 in bonus money, and you did very, very well. And we'll be back, so, okay?
He's going to take my trophy.
Very good, okay.
Thanks,
Come back
son.
and see us again, will
Thanks.
you? All right, Joseph.
Hey.
Let's see if I can remember how much stuff you have here. First, you're going to get this from Din Brothers, properly inscribed. It's always nice when it says winner on it. And let's see, you have $700 and almost $1,000 after three strikes in a row, plus $250 in bonus money. You also get from Mr. Rotman up in Worcester a $50 gift certificate. And Jim Flynn will be here to challenge you, and you know him from Salem,
very
right?
well, very good.
Okay. We'll see you all next week when Jim Flynn will be here and see if he can qualify for the championship show again. In the meantime, from all of us here to you, Merry Christmas.